You know all those jokes people have about how whenever they have a lot of dice, they just stare at them and then have this deep, unsettling urge to just eat them?
Mm-hmm.
Mine have little ducks in them. I bet those ducks would be little pockets of flavor, like
No,
gushers.
bad ramen.
Like gushers.
Bad ramen.
But this duck is so little. Come on, little pocket of flavor, little duckling of flavor.
I just imagine like duck fat. It's just duck fat. It'll explode in your mouth.
Eh,
Exactly. Don't do it.
I have nothing to talk. Okay.
Okay. I mean, we could. I don't know. You guys want to talk about what happened last time?
Oh boy.
I think last time was all prep session. Last time we started leaving the council where we got assigned the trip.
Mm-hmm. Slice. A slice. I'm sorry. My second batch was much better. Saw the fox and they did a little loop de loop and disappeared like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah.
Hmm. So I think we need to talk to Jester and also buy a tent and coffee.
Exactly. I forgot about the coffee. Thank you. Um,
It's important.
you got us. You got us. Okay, so one of those things is the most important. Um,
Well, I know where that was going.
it was the coffee. Yeah.
This is the coffee,
Um,
yeah. I'm glad we're all on the same page here.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I mean, we're already in the town center where people can do things and buy things. So that is presumably the logical sequence of events is purchasing before knocking at someone's tavern, like indoor, and being like, goodbye.
okay. Okay. So how much does coffee cost? $2 weeks worth?
That's what I was thinking. 2 weeks. Yep.
A fortnight?
Maybe like a pound of coffee, half pound of coffee. Right. I got it. All right. I got that. I'm buying it.
Okay. And how many people does one tent sleep? Or like, can I pick different like tent sizes or something? 2 gold. Okay.
Which
Should
then
we?
make, 2 in the tent and then 1 person keeping watch.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. All right. We have a tent now.
Yay!
Woo.
Not offhand. So, in that case, Call is going to say, in that case, Call is going to say, hey guys, before we head out of town, I should probably say goodbye to my brother. Like, let him know that I'm, leaving on a mission. I don't want to have him, um, yeah, I want to go say goodbye to my brother.
No, let's go. Of course.
Excellent. So Kala is going to lead the way to where Jester is staying because presumably the others do not know.
Mm-mm.
Um, and Kala is probably just going to wander right up to their door unless they get stopped by somebody who works there going, for any intents and purposes. Um, and I suppose they will knock. Uh, no, no. Sorry to ambush you like this. I just wanted to let you know that I've been sent on an assignment by the Count, and I will be out of town for a little while. I just wanted to let you know before we hit the road. Um, Call's probably gonna look at the other two and be like, "Hey guys, can I have a moment with my brother?"
Of course.
Yeah.
Um, so Call is probably just gonna wait until they, like, I don't know, round the corner, go down the stairs, whatever the fuck. The moment they're out of sight, Call's probably just gonna, like, grab Jester and just pull him in for a big hug. Excellent. Um, Call is Call's gonna request Call's gonna say, you're not gonna lose contact with me again, I promise, I swear it. You know where I live. Um, you can write me letters. I know you guys are traveling. So just write me anytime you guys are somewhere long enough for me to send post. I hope you know that I'm going to be the most massive tag along and thorn in your side whenever you have a fancy landed title. You will not be able to escape me. Um, all right, Call is going to just, one last really, really big hug. Thank you. Um, so I guess at that point, Call is going to follow down the stairs at a much less frantic pace to rejoin Henry and Ren.
Oh, I think we've said goodbye to everyone we need to say goodbye to. um, Henry definitely loves like left a note for Patch, just so he'll know.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much ready.
All right, let's hit the road.
Ah, thank you. Thank you, DM. Um, yeah, thank you. Ren needs to buy some incense for spell work because apparently I have spells that cost money now. Um, yeah. Okay. 10 gold per use. Okay, so do I need to stock up on that now or do I just Yeah, I need to buy that now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't look like it costs anything. Okay. Per one. Okay. Okay, I will bring 5. Okay. Yeah.
$26.
15.
12. Nice. Is it possible for me to go and give him a hug, or is that he's too busy? You're muted. Mhm. Okay, definitely do that. Mhm. Right. I assumed we'd be walking in a line.
I guess Call can do it.
They're amazing perception.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Look with your special eyes.
Mm.
Okie doke. Um, hole 5, my guy.
Um, Henry has a +5 to survival, so next time should we have Henry lead the way, like the next day or something?
Don't metagame it. Let's just go. Though you make good points. You make good points.
Like in the game, it would translate to Henry realizes that they're kind of wandering about and being like, "Hey, I'm pretty good with nature. I think I'm like sensing a path, like that kind of thing." But whatever.
Guys, guess what? Ren has Find Familiar now.
Oh
And
yeah.
Ben, you said that Ren had already summoned her before we left the city, and I was just being patient and cute about it, so I could have her come in now. Okay. She's a raven, and she's just kind of been like hopping along, like not literally hopping along, but like, kind of coming along through the trees, and she's finally just gonna come down. So yeah. Cool. Okay. I like that. And what kind of action is that? Is that a full action or a bonus action? Yeah, cool. It's an hour. Yeah, yeah. So that's like a short rest thing. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. Um, big raven. Ravens are big. Um, like a normal sized raven, but ravens are big. But yeah. Um, so yeah, he's just gonna, if the trees are thinning out, she doesn't want to have to be flying all the time to keep up with them. So he's just gonna catch her for a minute.
Um, yeah, Carl's gonna be sitting there like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So Ren, okay, since I don't want to retcon anything from last discussion, but I do kind of want to clarify. Ren hasn't been outwardly bitchy, but he has been pissed like since last night. He has just been not sulking and not like being snippy with anyone, but he has just been like reticent and just unhappy. He looks slightly less unhappy right now. Um, so yeah. Yeah, I guess he'll look at the other two and say, I want you to meet Pier. Um, and he'll just kind of, yeah.
Uh, Carl's just gonna go, Pierre's that's such a sweet name. Oh my god. How long have you had her? Him, her?
Barnabas taught me how to summon her. So yeah. Uh, she comes in different shapes and sizes, but for now, this is where she's at. So
She's firm shaped. Um, Carl's gonna get closer and try and make friends.
I think Henry is right there, right next to Call. I mean, like, yes, hello. Like, not petting, but also like gently to like I don't know, just wanting to make friends. Yeah,
I
that
think
was
she's pretty friendly. I think she's pretty friendly. More than Ren is. She's in a better mood than him. So ravens do this little thing where they kind of like preen, their friends. So they like almost kind of nibble. So yeah, ravens are cute. They're very, very smart. I like ravens. So okay. So yeah,
Um,
Ren, yeah.
oh no, I was just gonna say I think that the party gets entirely derailed on the road for on the path for a few minutes while we just sit there and coo over Ren's new
Hmm.
familiar.
Ren's not slowing down very much, and he's still not looking at him in the eyes. So he's kind of still not happy. Like he's like been walking. I want you guys to meet Pierre. Yeah, Barnabas taught me how to summon her, and like he's just still been kind of walking. So I guess he
Hey,
is being kind of bitchy. Um,
like,
I was about to say
Ren,
like,
is
what part's
everything
not
okay?
bitchy?
yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I want more bitchy Ren, but I know Henry would never let that slide.
Oh God, yeah. First concept for Ren, I did not realize he could be like had the capacity to be this. Yeah, he's at a level right now. Um, yeah. So he can help with survival checks like He like not metagame or anything. Like he lived outdoors for a very long time, so he can like at least provide the help action and stuff going forward if we need. Um, so there's that. Um,
Well, I
yeah.
think from that, Henry's gonna say, "Ren, are you okay?"
Ren actually kind of just does that, like takes a full like moment and gives them both this look.
Insight check to see what Henry 7.
Ren seems
Wait, I have
fine.
I got a 19.
Ren has never been this mad in his life. Um,
Okay, Carl is probably turning a very, very pale shade right now. And it's just kind of like, oh god. Um, I'm not sure Carl's gonna say anything though, since Henry already asked and Ren is not answering.
he's just gonna let Pierre fly off again for a minute. That's PIIR for the folks at home. It's Elvish for treasure. It's pretty gay.
That's real gay.
It's real gay. Hi,
PIIR. You said.
Pierre. Yeah. Um,
Okay.
yeah, he just like kind of lets her fly off and like do her own little thing.
Carl is sweating bullets right now.
Henry doesn't. He's like, I think Henry, like, as they're, like, if they keep walking, I think Henry kind of whispers to Carl, "Are you okay?" Because he doesn't know what's going on.
Like, Carl's like, I have never seen Ren be this terrifying in my life.
So, were you going to tell me how you tested the cure?
Um, yes, when it came up.
When it came up?
Yeah. I don't I don't are you mad at me?
Ren stops. Um, and just looks at Call kind of like almost incredulous, but like there's just every negative emotion on his face all at once. He's just, why would you do that?
What do you mean why would it what do you mean? It had to be tested.
It had to be tested. You could have tested it in any other way first besides jumping into it. The substance is lethal if you combine it with a health potion. How could you have known it wouldn't kill you?
Orin felt it was ready for human testing. Orin felt it was safe for human testing.
And what if he was wrong?
We
I
had
was
met
right
with
How
there.
could you just jump straight into testing it on you? Could you have, like, I don't know, started with a plant or started it in a vial or something? I just
I was right
it
there.
was
We have seen that I can heal it. We have seen that I've done it multiple times on multiple people. I was fully charged. I also have cure wounds. We were in the same hall as clerics and other paladins. Like, it was the safest place to do it. And you know that it affects plants differently than humanoids. Would
Ren
you have
knows
rather
that
we pick
very
somebody
well.
random? Yeah.
Ren knows that very well. He is not being completely rational right now. Um, if we had taken some time, we could have found some other way to test it. Did in what span of time did this happen? I didn't hear anything about it before you tested it. You didn't come to me first. We could have found some other way to do this. How could you do that to yourself?
What do you mean? It was a viable option. We couldn't test it on Orin because Orin was the one who knew what he was doing. We couldn't test it on Henry because Henry was the one who needed to cure it. And I was already there when the thing became ready for testing. I was already available. It's not that we intentionally excluded you. I was literally already in the room. And then I went on a mission later that day, and that's when I caught up with Eloria. It's not that we just kept it from you, it's that we didn't have the opportunity to tell you. I mean, what would you have had us do? Just sit on this information when we could have had a cure faster?
Ren is still seething. He just keeps walking. I guess he just continues walking.
Um, at this point, calls in for a penny, in for a pound. I don't understand what you would have rather had us do. The fact of the matter is, we now have a viable cure against the death for people. Like, it was a good thing. Good things came of this. We did a study. We had help. We had assistance necessary. Henry was primed and ready to go. I don't understand what you want from us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he turns back around. You are not expendable. Don't do that to yourself.
Call's just going to be kind of standing there in stunned silence for a second. I, I what? What?
You don't.
Call's
You didn't
probably the
pause before using yourself as a test subject. You did it the moment Orin suggested he had a cure. That was your first answer. That was what you jumped to. You are not a test subject. You are not expendable.
I was the logical option. Everyone agreed I was the logical decision.
Everyone.
I it it was the option that made sense. Orin knew
Ren's
the
like shaking
science
his
and
head for
Henry.
a moment. Oh God. Ren goes up and hugs Call. Just hugs him really tight.
Call's probably gonna have a beat of just what like stunned what the fuck before like tentatively hugging Ren back with a little bit of back patting.
Whoop.
And probably looking at Henry over Ren's shoulder being like, what the fuck is
Hi. Yeah, Ren's just, he's doing that thing. He's just being emotional, Ren. Yeah, he's just holding on to Call and
just gonna,
don't do that to yourself. You and Henry are all I have. Don't do that to yourself.
and now
Henry goes and joins the group hug.
Absolutely. Cole's probably clutching whatever part of Henry's sleeve they can get a hold of. And Carl is going to just like absolutely double down on hugging Ren. Carl also at this moment feels just like an absolute dick. For like specifically for making Ren upset, not for their choices. um, but yeah, Carl's gonna say, "I'm sorry, we worried you."
Ren notices that little missing factor in there. Um, I appreciate that. Don't scare me like that again.
We'll do our best. We'll
Ren
do
kind
our
of
best.
pulls back then. Um, Not looking anyone in the eyes again. Just he's ready to keep walking. He's ready to just drop this and go now. Um, yeah.
Um, Carl's gonna try and take a cue from that and been like, "So how long have you had a familiar?" Well, it's a sign of how quickly can I change the subject and how much and how quickly can I be an asshole on the we're getting mad at people for not telling each other things.
Yeah.
Call doesn't know when to leave well enough know when to leave well enough
Okay. Yeah.
alone.
We were busy. You got sent on a mission. I was going to tell you when it came up.
Wants to sing a song.
Fuck. um sorry, I'm sorry. That was
That
really
was
good.
so good. That
That
was
was-
so good.
oh god. Call's kind of got that expression on their face going, well, that backfired. But
Oh,
also looks still like very dissatisfied with Ren's response there. But yeah, so Call's just looking like dissatisfied.
yeah. Poor call, though. Hey.
Um, yeah. Yeah, I think at this point, Call is going to just not engage any further. Call's gonna be like, nope, okay, whatever, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
Call's
Poor
probably
Henry.
also looking. Yeah, Call's probably also looking at Henry like,
Henry's just like, don't look at me. I don't know what's happening. My friends are fighting, and I don't know what to do.
Oh my God,
Call's,
Henry.
Call's sitting here going, why was he yelling at me? You were there too.
I don't know. I think Henry like mutters kind of to call because I'm assuming Ren is. I'm just imagining like Ren like booking it, and we're like kind of like ambling behind him. So I think Henry kind of like whispers to
Yeah.
call. I think there's more that's going on than there's more going on inside his head than he's saying, and I think we just need to give him some time, and maybe we'll figure it out, maybe we won't, but I think just take this as he cares a lot about you, and I think you scared him. But yeah, he's scary.
I know.
I've never seen him. I've never been scared of him before, I don't think, and that was wow.
Yeah. I call sitting here like, why is his love yelling at me? Why is him caring about me yelling?
You need a hug?
Maybe.
Henry gives Call a quick hug so we're not left in the dust by Ren.
Yeah. Paul does the bro thump when they pull back.
Yeah.
And Paul's like, thank you. Let's just casual conversation, maybe
Yeah.
in order for the rest of the day. Keep it light.
Yeah, let's keep it light.
I'm very sorry for Ren's dramatics. I feel like narratively this was gonna need some cool down time. So we're
Dude,
good?
I
Okay. We're
I
good.
I am obsessed with this. I love this so much. I
Yeah.
want
I
more of
want
this.
Ren to be a bitch all day. Like, this
Me
is
too.
excellent.
Yeah.
I would love for Ren to continue being a bitch as he calms down and then s- love it.
Yeah. Like,
Do what feels
Call got
right, but we
wrecked
love it.
just then, and it was awesome, actually.
Okay. I'm very sorry for yelling at Cole. Ren is too.
Do
He's
not
gonna have to
be.
take a minute on that though. But
Do not be. That was incredible. Call got their ass handed to them.
ooh,
It's like one time she punched me in the face and it was awesome. Survive here.
George.
I all right. I guess we're keeping on going then. Um, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, okay. 23.
Nice.
All
Who's
right.
taking first watch? Because if it's Henry, that leaves Ren and Call alone in a tent. It's just really awkward silence.
Okay, but that's not a bad thing.
Is that not a bad thing? Okay, maybe that should happen so that Ren can, if Ren's calmed down enough to talk.
I don't know. I think we'll have to see if Ren volunteers to take first watch because Call traditionally takes last. So
Yeah,
whoever it is, Call's in the tent.
yeah.
Ren
Maybe
offers to
Call
take first
doesn't.
watch.
Hmm?
What?
Ren offers to take first watch. He helps set up the fire and everything like that. He's got prestidigitation now, guys.
Yo.
He can start fires. He also has fireball. But
Oh, really? When did he get
really?
Fireball?
Yeah,
When did
did
you
I
get it?
mention? Yeah,
No,
he's
you
got
haven't
fireball
mentioned
now,
it.
guys. Yeah. Yeah, he'll yeah, talk to my cleric about that, but yeah. Um, but yeah. Um, yeah, so he'll take first watch. And yeah. And he's got peer also. So
No.
I think you have before. I don't think you did it every time though.
nice. Okay. So just perception. And that is a what are numbers? 21. He got
Mhm.
a 19 and a 17, so yeah.
Ren is focused.
Okay. Trade off with Henry then.
Yep. Cool.
Cool. He'll advise Henry of whatever the growl was. So
Uh, I think Henry gives Ren's hand a little squeeze and says, just says thank you. A little bit more affectionate than normal, I think is what he's like, is what I'm trying to say. And then Henry goes to do watch.
Ren squeezed his hand back.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gonna go lie down.
Right. Um, it's a 4. I think I would have opted for top of hill.
I think so too,
Yeah, so we could see.
presumably.
Because even if more people could see us, I mean, we're going to be on watch the whole time, so we can see things coming.
And also, if it rains, that way the water runoff is not going directly into us.
Yeah. Mod 20. Great. God. Henry has a lot to think about right now, so easily distracted. That makes sense. Okay. I think Henry goes and wakes Call up just so he can catch like a couple hours, extra hours of sleep.
Uh, Paul's gonna take over on the watch and is probably gonna look around being like, why the fuck is it already light outside?
Oh, yeah, I got distracted.
Yeah, pre-dawn.
Mhm. Henry does tell Call about the loud growl that Ren heard, but said that he hasn't heard anything. Um, and then just says like, keep your eyes open.
Okay. There. Aw, I hate that I got disadvantaged for that because one of them was a nat 20. Um, yeah. Nevertheless, 24. All right. In that case, Call is going to go into the tent and probably wake up Henry first because last time they were conscious with Ren at the same time, Ren was still mad at them. So probably gonna wake up Henry and then wake up Ren and be kind of gentle about it.
So all awake.
I'm gonna
Um,
say it's pretty silent.
Jeez, Red, way to ruin the party.
well, how is
Can
Ren
I
doing
get
this morning?
can I
Can
yeah,
we
can I
roll
get
some
an insight?
insight on that?
Yeah, roll it. Yes, I was like insight on Ren, please, in the morning time.
Excellent.
8.
Um,
Ren seems fine.
yeah, a whole 12.
Ren seems fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Henry does not trust the silence though, and is like, he looks fine. I'm not gonna say anything.
Um, I think at some point Call's gonna be like, so I saw a deer last night. I didn't know deer lived in the hills.
Do they?
Can I make a nature check? 'Cause I have no fucking clue.
While I make a quick Google.
15? You said that deer don't usually hang out in these hills, and then you stumbled a bit, and then you said, and then Cole saw a deer.
Yeah,
That
they
was
they
you
hang out in
making the
like
UN. Okay.
It was a cool deer, though. It still warrants mentioning.
love call.
Not call.
Henry's
Ren
gonna
can try.
take the lead. Oh, okay.
Henry.
No, yeah, Ren could go. I mean, Ren did a pretty good job last time, so I think Henry just lets Ren when he steps up.
Okay. Oh, that's a 6. That
Henry so
actually tracks.
confidently follows Ren.
Yeah, that's a 14.
Better, better.
Um. Okay. Carl's probably gonna point that out. I'm like, do you guys see that? There's like smoke over there.
Like a campfire?
Like more like a house chimney.
Hmm. All the way up
And
here?
can
Uh,
Ren send Pierre a little bit closer and he can try and see what he sees? Yeah, let's do it. That's fun. Mm. Of course I do. Yeah. Mod 20, baby girl. Okay. Um, alrighty. Okay. He's gonna call her back and tell Colin Henry what he saw. Just a cabin. Where was it exactly? Like in the geography?
northwest? I thought it was northwest.
Okay. Like, is it like in the hills or like? Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, he'll just tell Colin Henry there's a cabin that way. Um, doesn't seem to be much unusual about it.
All right.
He's
Well,
These hills are pretty dangerous, so anybody who resides here would have to be pretty dangerous to survive. Not meaning that they would have ill will toward us, but um, I don't think there's a reason to seek it out unless y'all have a reason.
No.
It just seemed like a hunter. They had tanning racks and meat hanging out to dry, but seemed about it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, cool. Good to know that they're there in case we run into trouble or I don't know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Could be useful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We powered through it the day before, but
Yeah, we don't need exhaustion or anything. Okay.
Are we past the smoke now? Okay. $300 feet as the raven flies. Danny appreciates me. Thank you.
that's because there we go. Yeah.
I'm making Jenny
Um,
full screen so I don't have to see y'all's disappointed faces.
Good job,
I'm
Asher. I'm proud
surrounded
of
with
you.
people who have bad
Thanks.
taste.
Hey.
That's only an insult to you, Bronwyn. I want to get another insight check on Ren, please. Yes, that is accurate. God. Uh 12. I know
It's all
my
right.
math.
Actually, let me just.
I think
Well, he got another 26 on deception. So, yeah, he's all right.
okay, so I think since it's been like a day and Henry just keeps thinking that Ren looks fine, I think Henry's gonna try to like make some small talk with Ren.
Hey, Ren's open to small talk.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good, that's a start. That makes Henry feel a little bit better.
Yeah, y'all
Um,
just. The game is now y'all just walking on eggshells around my character. It's going to be really fun. Um, no. But yeah.
Henry's not gonna let
Carl's
that
probably,
happen.
Carl's probably going to jump on that small talk train like a lifeline.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Wonderful. Thank you.
when Ren kind of starts responding, I think Henry kind of like looks back at Call and like gives a thumbs up, like not like a real
Oh,
thumbs up, but like a hey, like an encouraging look.
I
honestly,
have
even
a
if Ren notices y'all doing that, he's not going to acknowledge it.
yikes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Carl's going to jump on that small talk train like a lifeline and probably start talking about like oh, I'm really sad that Jester's not going to be in town when we get back. Like, if my mom's letter gets here by the time we get back into the city, I would really like to have Jester around for that, just in case my mother decides to murder me.
Glad you got to
Uh,
see him.
Me too. Me too. I wish he wasn't getting yanked around by that boss of his.
Well, she
he
seemed nice.
is.
What?
She seemed nice. Ren is obviously just being dry humor right now. Like she did not seem nice.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he was
Oh,
not defending that lady.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, Call's probably just gonna snort very derisively, uh, and say, I don't remember Jester being nearly so jumpy as a kid. Like in my memory, Jester was always kind of a smartass.
Oh, so it's genetic?
Excuse you.
Ren does smile at that. Um,
Henry's like shit eating grin, like trying to lighten the mood.
Paul's gonna look around. Okay. Okay. Um, Call's probably gonna be like, "Do you guys hear that?"
Do we DM?
yeah, can Ren send out the board?
16.
Okay, Ren got a 22 just right off the bat. I love this die. It has off days and it has really good days. I think today's a good day for it.
Is
Um,
it the mushroom?
Is
is
it
the
bunny?
mushroom die.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah. So I don't know. He's gonna send out Pierre and see what he sees. Um, uh, me? 22. Yeah. Yeah.
Like a battle axe? Two-headed and two-handed? Okay.
Was doing research on these.
Yeah, yeah. I know this. You just stuttered, that's why I wanted to clarify.
Not very close, like just within sight of like seeing who. Mhm. Yeah. Well, it's saying like if there's a tree around, um, yeah. Well, shit. Yeah, yeah, probably just trying to do like kind of a flyby kind of situation. Here's gonna go home. Back to the people. Okay. And Ren reports what he saw. And is happy to hold Pier. So
Uh, in that case, Cowell is going to essentially get on the alert out of expectation that there will be large hairy men cresting the top of a hill.
Oh, we're going in the opposite direction, right?
Yes, but that doesn't mean they can't come up behind us.
No. I'm saying like, so we're getting the fuck away from this guy, right? Is what I'm saying. Not like we're going in the opposite direction. Call. Why are you on alert?
probably taking
Taking off immediately.
yeah. Yeah, probably like trying to like maneuver, go where we're, trying to go, but like skirting around this guy maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like let's book it in the opposite direction, but like
Let's
let's
go
yeah,
back home.
exactly what
No.
you said. Yeah.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Okay. Um, can Call tell, is he out of what would presumably be the average hearing range? Okay. Call is going to report that we are absolutely being followed by large hairy man.
Excellent.
Bigfoot is following us.
Bigfoot, the man himself. Um,
we should we stay at the top of the hill and maintain the
Just
high
wait.
ground?
I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to just wait here and see if he decides to try and stay hidden or if he's going to bother approaching. But that would potentially be giving away our hand.
I mean, I would rather meet him here in the light of day than him come upon our camp later tonight.
Good fucking point.
okay.
Um, sorry, Ben, you said he's very large. Is what race is he ish? You're muted. I can hear you, but you're muted. See, because I just with the hairiness just made me think dwarf. So that's what I think, trying to ask. Oh God.
Yikes. Uh, in that case, I guess we're just chilling at the top of the hill, kind of at the ready.
Yeah.
Calls, keeping an eye out for, Bigfoot. Call's probably just going to like call out an acknowledgement. Call's gonna kind of be at the ready, but not, weapon in hand kind of thing. Cautious, but not hostile.
Yeah.
He absolutely has his hand on his hammer. Ready. Probably much more aggressive looking than Call. Not many people live in the hills.
Any particular reason you sought us out today, friend?
You don't intend to stay close to your home.
Okay. Call is probably going to say, we've heard reports of Gnoll in the area. You seen anything? Call is fighting the urge to say, not enough for that attitude. Actually, I'm not sure Call's gonna win that battle. Hold on, I'm gonna find out and see if Call wins this battle himself. I'm gonna just roll and see. Call does win the battle with himself. They do not say that. um. Okay. Let's see.
No.
No.
I'm attuned to the sound of it, so I can hear it.
I think Call's just going to say, we can just continue on our way. Kind of dismissing the question. Mhm. Might do. Think it's worth our while? Against what? From other travelers through the hills? Reliable sources? Okay. Mod 20. Hmm. Call's just gonna kind of nod to that. And probably go. Unrelated or worth our while? Unrelated to Call's earlier question about Gnoll in the area. Call's, I think, actually gonna laugh at that.
Insight check for the extra meaning.
Ditto.
And
18. Okay.
Mm.
Ren keeps an eye on him, like, as he walks away, like, even when he's still pretty far away, like. 8. Sweet.
Smart man.
should we do the same? I think Henry asks to Ren and Club. Should we, I say saying like he noticed that the guy didn't go on the hills, tops the hills, and should we do the same?
Honestly, probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think it's worth occasionally cresting the hills to check, but just get a good look at things, the lay of the land. But I think for more regular traveling, that's probably the wise decision.
So I think it bears mentioning that I've been in these hills before, right before I came to Store Guard, and I ran into some pretty dangerous creatures, which is why I am so on edge. Um, do we? I think that our primary directive is the Knoll, but if we have the resources and the energy to get some information on the kobolds, at least scouting a little bit, I think that that would be worth our while.
Um, I was gonna say, I kind of got the impression that I got from that conversation is that the Gnoll are maybe no longer an issue in that they may be dead.
Hmm.
That is the impression that I got from that conversation. It's that they did not put up enough of a fight. Whether that would be to him or the kobolds, I can't say for sure, but the impression I got is that the Gnoll are no longer relevant.
Well,
And
I think we
Ren,
should.
can Ren remember anything particular about the skins that he saw from like on the tanning racks?
Mm,
Cool.
mm, uncomfy.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
I think Henry asks, um, okay, so the null might not be an issue, but it sounded like they were looking for something, and if they are looking for something, it might be good if we found it first. Not that that group is an issue, but that doesn't mean that the cult won't try to find it again in the future. So if we could find something, that might be beneficial. What do y'all think?
I absolutely agree with you. I think what they were looking for is definitely of greater priority than the Gnoll themselves. Um, I wish I knew more about what they're looking for, but if we have any inclination to trust the information that he was giving us, it sounds like the mountain is the way to go.
I don't know of any other points of interest in the area. Um,
I think we should go where we were headed originally, keep our eyes peeled, and then if we don't find anything, which we have an investigative rogue who is a genius, who I think will help us find things. Other than that, though, I think we should go to the mountain afterward.
Okay, sounds good. Side note, Ben, I really like Cryptic Mountain Man.
Me too. I'm sad we're not going to see him on the way back.
we don't know that.
He just
That's true.
doesn't want us to.
Maybe he's lonely.
He did say take a different path.
Yeah, but
This town is big enough for the two of us, guys.
I
I
think
guess.
Henry's was pretty on edge by that, and I think would be looking out a lot. I don't know if that's in the lead, but he would definitely like be paying extra attention.
I think after Henry said that he'd been in the area before, Call would defer to Henry.
That's a 19. Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Red. Same. Might send Pier like around a circle. Um, kind of like a generous, maybe within a mile, I guess. Uh, circuit. Okay. 6. It's her first day on the job. Second day.
She did that.
So no disadvantage. That's another 8. Doing great, guys. Maybe towards the bottom if we were like going with what we were saying earlier.
Hmm.
Probably a little further up the hill. Yeah? What do you guys think?
Mm.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Not like the top, but like a little further up the hill. Love that. Okay, trade off with Henry.
Except for Ren's rapier wit.
Fuck you. Got a 19 and a 2, so that's a 4.
Ow.
Yeah, I'm upset.
Yeah, I would be too. Damn, I'm sorry.
I got a 19. I was like, oh, that's a 21. Nope, it's fine. Oh,
Okay.
so
Ooh.
okay, so that's still high. That's higher though. That's an 8. Oh, what? Henry's still wrestling with some shit that he hasn't talked about. So there we go. Henry goes and wakes up Call.
Okie doke. With disadvantage. Okay. I keep rolling nat 20s when they don't count. This is like the 4th one today. Yeah.
It's really unfortunate.
It is, however, a mod 20. Okay. Okay. Call is going to be on fairly high alert, I think, at this point, and is going to be obviously not. They're not an idiot. They're not going to like draw or anything like that, but they are going to be like actively armed, and kind of have their head on a swivel, while obviously paying close attention to where they did hear it last. Okay. 19. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Hmm.
Call is just gonna keep paying very close attention. throughout the night and has, yeah, that's it. Uh, okay. Um, did it sound hushed or deadened? Okay. That makes it sound deadened. Um, at this point, Call is gonna probably go rouse the others quietly. Like even if we decide not to do anything at this point, it warrants them knowing. So Call is going to kind of like very slowly kind of creep down the hill, and do their best to like hushly wake everyone. Hushly wake everyone. Um, okay. So Call is going to report that they have heard Gnoll, at least two voices. Like due northwest of us. Does not sound like they're coming any closer. Sounds like they're pretty stationary. Uh, sounds like they're in the middle of an argument. Um, at one point, they heard a human voice. It sounded in pain, and then it stopped very quickly. And they are going to say very clearly, like, if we decide to mind our own business until the morning, it does not sound like they are going to come closer. I also don't know if there are more than two. Two are like about two is all I can hear at the moment. Um, what do you want to do?
I think we should go over there now.
Did I send Pierre ahead?
Really?
Yeah. Okie dokie. This is not going to be good. It was a 2 and an 18. So that's a 5. Okay. Okay, Ren reports that back. Um, should we get closer and
Um,
I think we have advantage if we go now because we could surprise them if we do end up like if we get closer, maybe it'll get a little bit lighter. Maybe we can sense a little bit more with scouting. Um, or if we wait, they could pack up their camp and move. And um, I just think we would get more information if we go now.
okay.
they could
What do you
have
think?
somebody still, they could have somebody who
Mhm.
Fair. Um, okay. Uh, I would suggest that our uh, our motive right now be intel and not combat. Um, but we should, but I guess we should have a sign handy in case we decide combat becomes necessary.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
So maybe we all go get closer, and then depending on what if we hear more noises or anything, we can assess if like I should stay back because I know I'm kind of loud or anything like that. We can maybe assess that as we get closer.
okay. Um, well, how about this? If you want, we can try turning me invisible. I can get a little bit closer, see what I can learn. Um, if it looks like a situation that requires combat, I'll come back and let you know. We could lose a few seconds that time. Our likelihood of being spotted is far less.
I think Henry looks over at Ren to see his reaction to Call saying that.
Ren looks a little unhappy, but he'll nod. Um, basically, yeah, if Henry wants to stay back, then Ren will go further ahead. So he'll at least be closer to support call if anything happens. So, um, yeah.
That's good. Henry's going to be close by in case there is a combat situation, but not close enough to be heard.
Yeah.
So like a hill away, maybe, or I don't know.
Okay. That sounds solid. Um, so is someone gonna cast invisibility on call?
I got it.
Um, then would passive perception determine if call can tell where the wind is coming from, or if there's any wind at all? Cool. Call wants to stay downwind. Um, all right. In that case, since Call is now invisible, Call is going to remain armed and try to sneak not super close, not like if they're yeah. Wants to be close enough to be able to get an accurate read of the campfire, but not close enough to be able to reach anybody.
Are they at the top of a hill or are they like in a valley? And from the way that you described the hillman, it sounded like the valleys are kind of connected because they're not like dense hills. So we could be traveling kind of at that level. I think Henry's going to be like if the Gnoll are in the valley here and then there's a hill, Henry's going to be like around the bend of the hill, maybe like 300 feet away.
I'm so sorry. How?
Oh, 11. Mhm.
Closer. Um, okay, so how far are we from call? Like, did call point almost together? Okay. Um, Ren might go another 100 feet. Um, uh, that is a 23. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whatever. That's a 21. I'm sorry.
Mhm. Okay. Um, that is going to be a 23. Yeah, with advantage, it's 23. Call wants to go maybe a third of the way up the hill. Does not want to get super high and out of the way, but does want to get high enough to be able to see over any Gnoll who might have their back to Call. So that way Call has advantage, like line of sight over the circle of the fire. Yes. Okay. Lame, 15. Gross. Yikes. Okay. Um, okay. Um, and that's everyone at the fire? Okay. Um, okay. Okay. Um, Call is hmm. Um, I think Call is going to just stay and watch for a little bit to see if um there's any noise from the tent or actions that could indicate further members of the party, and is also probably going to see if they can get a better read on the uh human, just see if there's any details that they can spot that they may have missed earlier. Can just give everything a second look. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Call's gonna wait for a moment when the Gnoll isn't even like really pretending to be paying that much attention to the watch before they move. Um, and then they're just gonna kind of slip back, tap Ren, and then keep walking until they hit Henry. Wow. These both were shit rolls. Um, a whole 8. Um, Carl is going to like kind of pull a little bit on Henry when they tap past Henry so that we convene a little further back than that. So that we're just definitively out of range. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
So I'm assuming Culver just relays.
yeah. Carl is going to relay everything that they saw and probably looks just a little bit green.
Mhm.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. Uh, all right. Carl is going to report as much to the rest of the team is going to look vaguely ill because now they have a very intimate view of what human entrails look and smell like. Yes.
Um,
Yes. Carl has seen more than their professional curiosity really wanted to in that circumstance.
I think Ren says, or Henry says,
Yes, but at the same time, Carl wasn't sitting there just watching them. Carl was in a situation where, they were like in the process of shooting other people and stuff, so they didn't have time to sit there and just sniff. Different circumstances, my dude. But yeah.
I think Henry
Uh,
says, "Well, I'm really sorry that you had to see and smell that. Are you okay?"
I will be fine. Um, I will be fine. Um,
Ren's still kind of like awkwardly, not quite like patting Call's arm. It's a really weird gesture of like almost touching Call's wrist, but just kind of hovering. yeah, like just wherever, sort of. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Call's probably gonna flash them like a kind of small smile. Um, and then is probably going to check the sky, see essentially like what time it is. Okay. Um, Call is then going to suggest, um, Call's going to say, well, this may be the best opportunity we have to get the jump on them. They're not paying attention. If we want to deal with them here, that is an option. Um, Only downside is that we don't know what they're looking for. And if we take them out now, I don't know how we will assess that.
I think the only way it would be good if we attacked now is if we assumed that they had already found what they were looking for. But I would rather wait until they decide to move and see if they start moving back towards uh start back moving back towards Stillwood, or if they continue deeper into the hills, and then that way we can follow them. But at the same time, if they killed the cultist, are they still on that mission?
That is an excellent point. Um, and truthfully, I don't like the idea of trying to remain concealed long enough to follow them from here to wherever they're seeking. Um, I don't like our odds for that. Um,
Mhm.
there's too much opportunity for us to be seen, especially in terrain we're not familiar with.
I agree.
Um, yeah. Honestly, I doubt any of them speak common. Um, we It may be wiser to cut our losses and hope for the best in uh, going through their effects than to let them stay loose and hope that we learn more after the fact, as much as that pains me to say it.
Mhm. I agree.
Okay.
Friend?
I agree.
Okay,
All right.
well, in that case, I guess let's go kill some Gnoll.
Nice. I'm assuming we're ending for the night here and not starting a combat session.
At 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go team.
Go
Yeah.
team.
Uh, Is it my birthday? Then I've never gotten an inspiration point before. Yeah, people forget about them in every other campaign I've been in. I've never gotten an inspiration point.
Mhm.
Ooh, I feel like Orin bouncing on his toes. Um, Aw. I will take compliments in the form of inspiration. Okay.
Ren killed it. Ren eviscerated Paul, and it was awesome.
Yes.
I have no idea what happened. No, I was watching that like from the inside instead of the outside, so I actually have no idea what that looked like. I'm gonna have to rewatch the stream.
Do it.
Do it. Oh, I want to rewatch it. It was so good.
Yeah. Nicole is pissed that she missed that live.
When
Session.
should we play next?
Yeah.
My weekend, unfortunately, is now bleh. But I have President's Day off, so I have Monday off.
I don't know. I
Real
don't
talk.
think I do.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm busy until Monday, but past Monday, I am wide open. I have nothing past Monday. Like, I have nothing by Monday.
So are you saying playing Monday night or playing Sunday night because you have Monday off?
Monday night.
Okay.
I have something on Sunday.
Okay.
Cool. Yes, I'll be back in DC by Friday. Sounds good.
Okie dokie. Awesome.
Thank you,
Okay.
Asher.
Thank you guys.
Go team! This was great. Also, as soon as I have more songs to my call playlist, I will also be sharing that. Jenny and I have been chatting about playlists. Also,
Yeah.
Asher, we were giving yours a listen earlier, and it was delightful. All of the songs were absolutely on point choices. I was like, I would sit there and listen to every song, and I was like, "Yep, that tracks. Yep, this works."
Thanks.
Very, very solid choices.
I had this image of Henry, so Dancing Queen came up when I was like looking through stuff, and I was like, oh my god, yes. And I just have this image of Henry actually singing Dancing Queen at some point.
Jenny and I are
It's-
being much more mean to our characters.
I decided to go with overall vibe of Henry and not his struggles that he's currently
See,
going
I'm
through.
also trying to do overall vibe of call, but the problem is I don't have a lot of songs about people who are curious and stupid.
My problem is Ren just doesn't have a good vibe. So
Are you kidding? Ren is an affectionate bitch.
oh he is.
Ren is like romantic and sweet and soft, in
He
a
yelled at
way.
call today.
And it was warranted.
Was it warranted?
Oh no. The boy
Ren
experiences feelings.
Ren is sweet and absolutely adores his friends and uh like
And
has
was
like,
very mean the past couple of days.
warranted warranted. Ren has surprisingly good self-respect and gumption and don't laugh at me, Jenny. And Ren also is a very quick learner and is very earnest. And those are qualities you can definitely pick up in songs. Ren also is an introvert, and there are a lot of songs about that kind of shit.
I
Like,
also want to
honestly,
remind you
just
guys, Ren has the lowest intelligence and wisdom in the group.
really?
How?
Yeah, he's at 12 for both.
How?
Yeah.
How? Because Cole is absolutely dumber than Ren.
Ren actually has no emotional intelligence. He did not handle any of this well. Um, so
3 is wanting so bad to get to a point where they can talk about it when Ren's calmed down to be like, "Hey, I think we should talk about that. It seems like you're having a lot of feelings. Um, I think we need to talk about how you broach that with calm." Not saying it exactly like that, but like that's like the straight to the point
like he shouldn't have
thing to
yelled at them.
I would like to see if Henry manages that without getting his ass handed to him for, being in the exact same scenario that Call was in, because Call got yelled at, but Henry didn't really get yelled at for doing exactly the same nonsense.
You are correct, which is why me and Henry both think that Ren wasn't mad. Like Ren was mad, but it was not because of like
Sorry, my internet
yes.
froze really bad. I missed the past probably 30 seconds.
Oh. Um Bronwyn said that she wants to see if Henry gets his ass handed to him by Ren for um doing the exact same thing that Call did essentially because Henry was on board with the testing. And I'm saying that I think that since Ren wasn't as outwardly mad and didn't actually yell at Henry, my guess is that the anger came from fear and fear of losing Call more than like anger at the actual situation and the actions.
Yeah,
Because why else?
yeah. I don't want to
Yeah, no.
just
We
dissect all of Ren's feelings here
No,
in public, but
no, no.
no, that's good.
yeah, like if anything, I'd rather have those revealed in sessions. But
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no spoilers from your end,
yeah.
but I think Henry and Call are going to be talking about it, so I think it helps for me and Bronwyn to talk about it a little bit out loud here.
Okay, I'm also very entertained by it. But also I really
That is true. That is true. And Call's absolutely at some point was just like, why the fuck was I the one who got yelled at? You were right there. This was in your
Yes.
bedroom. Orton was
Yes.
your roommate.
Yes.
Oh God. Oh God. Yeah. But that was incredibly well done. And I do love the just meta narrative implications of the very next day, Call says, put me on the front line of danger with the Gnoll. I'll go investigate very close.
I know. You said that. I was like, oh my God, Red, what is Red going to think? Oh my God. About Call
Call
endangering
has
themselves
Call has
again.
Call has learned very little. Um like yeah, I yeah, Call has not figured much out from this experience, unfortunately.
Like, okay, but to be fair to Call, I think Henry's also kind of jarred of like, we do risky shit all the time. Oren had already cured himself and used himself as a test subject and told Henry to stop, don't heal me, let's test this. So like, and Ren knows that because Oren was very detailed. So like, it was a risky situation, but like we're always in risky situations. So I think Henry is not sure
Yeah.
what was different about this. I guess it because we're willing to put ourselves at the risk all the time. And so in that situation, he was like, "Ooh, is this gonna set Ren off? Because I have no idea what the difference is and why this was special to him."
Yeah.
You're literally the emoji though.
Yeah.
Ren
No
has
spoilers,
opinions.
Jenny.
Ren has opinions on all of this.
Yeah, I
I
don't want
have
to know any of
considered all of
them.
these. Eh, yeah,
God, I love it. I
yeah.
love it.
I love it so much.
Guys, we all
I'm very
have shit
excited.
going on. We still
I
haven't talked
know.
about Bennett.
I have so many thoughts about Bennett, and like it
Henry
didn't arise in the session, but God, I want to know.
Henry was planning on talking about it because he's like processing it, and I've decided how long it's going to take him to like process it and come to a conclusion. Because I had 10 hours in the car to drive this weekend, and I was like, I'm going to process exactly what Henry's gonna conclusion is going to be and everything. Um, And I think he's at that point now where he's ready to talk about it, but there's just been so much tension in the group, and he's like, "I'm gonna wait maybe until we're on our way back and things have calmed down and we have processed this friend stuff first, and then we can talk about me."
Yeah. Because also, like, I don't want Ren's silly little feelings to like steamroll the rest of the team's like stuff they have going on. Um, he's just narratively not pleased currently. So
I
Oh,
feel
that's
like we're gonna need to hash that out though. For like,
yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna need to talk through it and process it and get to a good place before we can move on with other emotional stuff.
yeah, because like the
Yeah.
fact that Call willingly, actively got poisoned with something called the death, that's not something to take lightly.
Let's not have this argument as players. We've
Yeah,
already had this argument as
yeah,
characters.
yeah.
Mm. Well,
I'm excited. I had a lot of fun yelling at Call. Ren feels really. I'm not. I'm not gonna say that. We'll see.
See how Ren feels.
Hmm. Fuck if he knows. Um. So yeah. Okay. Thank you guys. Good session. We made a friend. It was a mountain man, a hill man, and
Yeah.
mountain man.
Now he's not. Now he's not Bigfoot to me. Now he's Davy Crockett. So we're gonna go with that.
Okay. Maybe without the racism.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. Maybe I ought to think of someone else.
Yeah. Good
That's
old
fair.
Davy Crockett. Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan. That's a good
Yeah.
one. He's Paul Bunyan.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And on that weird note, mwah.
Bye.